What's up, everybody? It's Jonah here with my 1997 third gen 4Runner, and over here with the front, you can see here this metal bumper, it's doing alright, but this plastic piece down below, not a whole lot of integrity to it. So I've been looking online at some new bumpers, and for a good one I'm going to be paying close to $1,000, and I just want something that I can have to mount a winch and a light bar to, and that I can push stuff out of the way with. So I decided to take down my basketball net and make a bumper out of that. Here's the net. As you can see, I already started taking it down. Got my cobalt set, and I'm just slowly taking these bolts off, and once I get it down and get it out of the ground, I'll continue the video. So basically, the 4Runner has two bumpers, or the bumper's in two pieces, I should say. The first piece, that's metal. Second piece, that's plastic, and the plastic attaches here and here. Over here, it's not attached, so I need to get this taken off, and I need to get this taken off so it's even, and then I'm going to wire wheel and paint all of this rust along here just to protect it in the future. And then the basketball pole will be bolted to this point here and that point here. Okay, we're back. Now this piece has been cut to the proper length, and as you can see, the piece is a little beat up, and the reason why is because it was filled completely with concrete. So over here is where I've been beating it with a sledgehammer to knock it out piece by piece. So you can see I did some work over there at that end of the driveway, and for a while I was just rolling it up and down the entire driveway. But now it's all finally out and soon ready to be welded. Okay, so as you can see, I took this plastic piece off that I didn't want to keep. Now we're down to just the solid steel here. And if you look underneath, this piece will have to come off, and this piece will stay. This is part of the main frame. This is my main radiator support here. As you can see, something got up in there. It must have hit this car at some point. I just bought it not long ago. No idea what it was. Everything seems to be working fine, so I'm not going to worry about it. But I'll get this all wire wheeled and cleaned up, and I'll get this piece off, and then I think that bumper, I'll bring it out maybe 4 inches or so from the steel one. I'm not exactly sure yet, but I'll figure it out. Okay, since the bumper has been taken off, the rust has been cleaned up a bit underneath, and I did some simple spray painting real quick just to prevent more rust in the future. And I wire wheeled my new bumper to bare steel, and I cut out some 2-inch square steel, and that is going to bolt to the outside of this. As you can see, there's a bolt hole here, and I'm probably going to drill another one there so I can have 2 bolts coming in just like so, and my bumper will be hanging out. As you can see, it's going to be out pretty far, but that will give me space to step up on it and put a winch and light bar on it in the future. Alright, it's time to weld. Okay, as you can see, both pieces are welded on. They're not the prettiest welds, but it's my first time using a stick welder in probably well over a year. But they're pretty solid, not going to go anywhere, and they'll get the job done. I found these clips in one of my welding drawers that I'm going to weld right to the bumper. Basically, it's just this piece that gets welded to the frame itself, and this piece, once it's welded, can swivel. And I'll use that to strap kayaks and stuff too if I ever have something on my roof. Okay, I now have the clips welded on, and I have the bumper sitting up on 5-gallon buckets just for reference. And as you can see, it's going to line up just to the outside of that, just to the outside of that, and it's going to be bolted on there in a similar fashion. It will just sit up a little higher, probably about there, and it's just going to go from there on out. Alright guys, I just finished up with the bumper, at least all the welding so far, and I started to paint. Everything lines up well. It should be reinforced strong enough. I got my tow hooks on just like I needed, and it should be good to go. I'm going to continue painting. I'll show you what it looks like. Here we are. Got a nice green. I figured it would match the rest of the 4Runner with that green. It's a little off, but I think just up front it'll look pretty cool. I'm going to paint each tow hook black, but just the D part, and I think that'll give it some nice contrast. I'm still going to paint this top bumper black just like I painted the hood and grill, but other than that, we're making progress. Okay, so as you can see, the bumper is now attached. A little beat up from me getting the concrete out, but I kind of like the rugged look. We have a solid bolt going through there over to here, and the same deal on this side. But the bumper, when I kick it, the whole car moves, and that's what we want to see. I'll hop up here real quick, bouncing up and down on it, and it seems to be working pretty well. Okay, here's for an update on the bumper. As you can see, I put bed liner along all the side rails, just I guess for scratch protection. And for the bumper, I decided to take the chain off, and when I was doing the bed liner, I put bed liner on this as well. I just have these D hooks. I kept most of it green. Well, I just painted around the light bar, which is new. I added that one. Extremely bright, perfect placement on the vehicle. And underneath, the bumper wasn't stable enough, just those two bolts went through. I took some angle iron, and I drilled holes and bolted that directly to the frame underneath the tow hooks. And same thing on this side. So that just gives me all the support I need. I had about 600 pounds resting on the bumper the other day, and it didn't move at all. So I think it got the job done. So that's pretty much where I'm at with the bumper. It's more or less bomb-proof. And that's that. Thanks for watching.